Okay, so I've been thinking about coming on and telling a few stories, kind of like the morning meeting type deal, and I'm thinking I'm going to call it Turtle Lane Tidbits. I am here in my greenhouse because, yes, it is another yucky day in Massachusetts. So I'm just back from Trader Joe's, feeling lucky that I got in and made it back without hitting any cars. Last time I was there, I actually hit a car in the parking lot, so that was not a good thing. But this was a much less expensive trip to Trader Joe's, so I am very grateful and thankful for that. But I am actually here to share a little info about the word why and the question why. And I think we all ask this. Why is this happening? How long is it going to happen? Why is this still happening? And I'm not just talking about Corona here. I'm talking about lots of things in life. And we are all get caught up in the why. And you know what? Why is an energy suck. And it never solves the question. So I'm going to tell you, this Saturday I was walking. It was a beautiful day. I got up early, did an early woods walk, and was on this like path of why. Why is this still happening? I thought I went through this already. I thought I had my lesson. Why do I need to do this again? And I'm walking in the woods, and there's all these big tree roots, and boom, I like trip. I almost do a massive header, but thank goodness I don't. And I fall, not fully, but I catch myself. And right in front of me is this stick. Actually, I'm going to I'm going to show you this stick right now because I picked it up. Yeah, I want to flip the camera for a minute. No, I can't. Okay, so here's my stick that I got, okay? You see it? A giant Y. So I picked this up, and I'm like, oh my God, is this the universe? And I have the stick, right? I'm holding it, and I'm like looking at it, and I'm thinking, look at this stick. It comes to the center point, and there's two options. And so when you're doing this why thing, I think what it brings up is this is a waste of energy to do the why, but it's an opportunity to think about the options, about the alternative paths, right? You come up the Y, and you can go this way or you can go the other way. There's probably more than two options, but right now you can go this way. Neither is right or wrong. You can go this way, and then you can actually come back and go that way again, and this way. You always have options. So when you bring up these why, know that it's not actually about that. But it's time to think of new ways to think, new places to go, new things to do. It's an opportunity. So that's it. That's my Turtle Lane tidbit for today, Monday, April 27th. Have a good one. Good morning. This is day 2 of Turtle Lane tidbits. I realized yesterday I didn't even introduce myself. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Sonny Mazer, and I am going to be coming to you each day with a bite-sized piece of wisdom to share. So today is another gloomy day. I'm coming to you from the greenhouse again, wishing there was sunshine, and that's what we're going to talk about, actually, is sunshine, because all of us love and crave the sun. It energizes us. It just makes us feel good. It makes us feel alive. It makes us feel hopeful. It makes us feel the movement and the energy and the desire to want and do things. So without this, some of us have a tough time motivating and doing things and moving with ease. And so I'm going to just talk about connecting in with yourself, being your own sunshine, having sources of sunshine when we don't have it from above as well. When we have it from above, awesome, but it is not always there, and it is not always an option. And some people work inside all day or have to be inside and don't have that access. So what I want you to think about doing is conjuring up that feeling of the sun from within. So whether it's just taking a couple moments and connecting with yourself on that level and just closing your eyes and seeing the sunshine, feeling the sunshine, imagining the sunshine, and let that flow through your being. There's other ways to get that as well, whether it's having your list of what sunshine is for you, right? So maybe it's going for a walk. Maybe it's FaceTiming, Zooming with a friend. Maybe it's hugging your dog. Maybe it's calling one of your children, parents, sisters, brothers. Whatever that is, there is sunshine available in different sources. So ask yourself, what makes you shine? And connect there. Those ways that sunshine is always available to you. And it comes from within. Okay, that's a Turtle Lane Tidbit Day 2. Have a great one. Good morning, Day 3 of Turtle Lane Tidbits. Coming to you from my greenhouse again, and I'm happy to say the sun is out and beaming. I'm Sonny Mazer. Thanks for joining or coming back. Much appreciated. Today, the Turtle Lane Tidbit topic is timing. So I want to talk about human time, which we are all very keyed into. What time do you get up? What time's the appointment? How long is this going to take? When are we going to get there? Are we there yet? And then I want to talk a little bit about divine timing, which is not the same timetable at all as human timing. Most of us, myself included, I would say is somewhat impatient with time. And I am always looking to get things done to make sure it happens, to be there by, be prepared for. Why is this taking so long? So this is kind of coming together with trusting the process, right? Sometimes on our dimension, we're not aware of everything that's going on or that needs to take place before something, the next step can happen. So softening in to understanding that there is greater things happening than us in our awareness creates more room and space. Loosening up that timetable and trusting the process. This is not always easy as humans. We are all human, though some of us may not like to believe that. We are human. So easing in, creating more room, that it may not happen in your time frame, and there's a reason, and to be thankful and grateful for it, even though we're completely frustrated and pissed off sometimes, that's actually a red flag. That's an opportunity to understand that maybe there are more things at play, and we need to trust that. So breathing, coming into your center, grounding, and trusting the process. And that is the Turtle Lane Tidbit for today. Have an awesome one. See you tomorrow. Good morning, Day 4 of Turtle Lane Tidbits. I am coming to you from the greenhouse. My name is Sonny Mazer. Thanks for joining. The topic today is checking in. So this is a really important practice to get into. And it's going to start with checking in with yourself first. And a check-in is asking yourself, how am I doing? What's going on? Is this working for me? And it's not a quick, I'm good, moving on. No, this is kind of going through spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically. How am I doing? There's a lot going on, and it's pausing. It's taking that time to connect with yourself, almost go through your whole body, head to toe, and it's getting out of your head when you're doing this check-in. It's taking the elevator from your head down to your heart and really checking in to see how things are going. And it's with you how things are going, not with everybody else, but how with you things are feeling. How are you doing? How are you being? And once you check in with you, then what do you need to do? Maybe you're feeling tired. Do you need to take like a nap? Just relax, get some tea. Maybe you're feeling anxious. Do you need to reach out or reach in or do a guided meditation? You have lots of options. Checking in with you multiple times during the day and even in the first thing in the morning and last thing at night is a great practice to bring in. Then we take it to the next step as well, checking in with others. This is a beautiful thing, especially with everything that's going on right now. People are feeling very disconnected, isolated, and alone. And there are actually people who are living alone right now. So thinking of those people, reaching out and talking with them, just shooting an email, calling them up on the phone, sending a text. Hey, thinking of you. How's it going? How you doing? This makes a huge impact. It's saying, I see you, I hear you, I know you, I love you. All these things that all of us crave, need, and want. So that is your Turtle Lane tidbit for today. Bring your own sunshine. Again, back here in New England, we're into the rain zone. So make that sunshine happen and shine on. Have a good one. See you tomorrow. Bye. Hi, day 5 of Turtle Lane Tidbits. Sonny Mazer here in the greenhouse, coming at you with another concept to think about. And actually, this one's not to think about. This one's to feel about. So most of our days and most of our time we spend in the mind, right? That's what we're taught. Think about things, strategize about things, come up with plan A, plan B, plan C. We are all taught from a very young age to think, and that's our natural go-to space. What I'm going to offer you is a completely different place to live from, to feel from. So I want you to envision taking the elevator down from your head into your heart space and feel from your heart space. Live from your heart space. It's a very different perspective to come down out of the head. Lots of us spend so much time spinning around. What should I do? What do you think? Polling other people for what they think you should do. The truth is, again, like what I've said before, you have all the answers within you. It's just gaining access to them, right? And so this is part of a practice. Nobody's perfect at this. This is just being aware, having the awareness where you're basing your thoughts from. Are they from your head, or can you come down and feel into it? This takes practice. This is not your starting place for most of us, though I would say that truthfully most of us actually do come from a heart-centered space, and then we are pulled up into our head to think, to strategize, to see, and to go from that space. I'm not saying get rid of your head. We can't be anywhere without our head, and we definitely need our mind. What I'm saying is bring your awareness to where you're spending your energy. Where are you making your decisions from? Yes, some decisions best are from the head. However, most are best from the heart, and bring the head in afterwards. Feel both, think both, bring both. Have the awareness to come together and come from your core self, your true self. And this takes practice, and this just takes paying attention to where you're placing your energy, where your thoughts are, and how you want to move forward. So check in, circling back to yesterday, check in with yourself and pay attention. Bring your awareness to where you're living and feeling your life from. Namaste. Have a great one. Good morning. Day 6 of Turtle Lane Tidbits. It is a beautiful sun-filled morning today. I'm Sonny Mazer coming to you from the greenhouse, and the topic this morning is music. Music is vibration. Connecting with music shifts your body and your mood and your feelings. I am sure you have your favorite artists and favorite songs, and when they come on the radio, it's like, yeah, and you crank it up and you notice the mood change. In these times where people are feeling extra anxious, worried, kind of ups and downs a lot, use music as your tool to help you shift your energy. It is a beautiful connect. It's basically vibration. It's energy coming and we are receiving it. We're energy to energy, so it completely shifts your mood. Sometimes there's times when families are together that people are feeling, I don't know, like they don't want to talk so much, or mornings are rough with some kids sometimes. Use music. It kind of pulls people together and makes it just feel better. I know oftentimes at 12 o'clock noon they play the national anthem. Think about listening to that, or think about maybe putting on your own music at least once a day, getting up and dancing, really moving your body, shifting your being. Connecting to music helps you feel alive. I know this week I personally danced with Eric Church, Keith Urban, Tim McGraw, Justin Moore, some of my favorite men, dancing with me, having a blast. So pick people, pick artists, pick music that you really love and allow it to hit your soul. That's my tidbit, but I'm also have to share this for today. This morning when I was up at like 5:30 with the dogs outside, there were 3 hawks flying above me. And then I came to sit down here, truthfully, and I was going to talk about music, and this hawk buzzed the greenhouse and is kind of hanging out up there in one of the trees. So I feel like I need to share with you, pay attention to the animals that you pass or that pass you. In the energy world, animals bring medicine and messages. So hawk medicine, you can, if you see an animal, you just Google hawk medicine or whatever, deer medicine or deer spirit animal, and it gives you that information. So hawks are beautiful reminders to get a higher perspective, to float above what's going on and see in a different way, to see more clearly, to focus, to not get into the nitty-gritty details all the time, but get the higher perspective from above. So that is my last tidbit for you today. Enjoy the sunshine. Have a great day. Namaste. See you tomorrow. Good morning. Turtle Lane tidbit number 7, coming to you from the greenhouse bright and early on this beautiful Sunday morning. Let's see. This one has been coming for a while. It's about walking your path and getting in it, not on the edge. So lately, I've shared that it's been very rainy here. And I live in the woods and I walk on these beautiful conservation land right next door to us. There's like 200 acres and there are lots of set paths there to walk on, and people walk on them all the time, especially with their dogs. And they're narrow to wide from the rain lately, and also it's spring, so things are thawing. Massive mud in the middle of the path, right? So I have these awesome hiking boots. They're completely waterproof. Bought them when I moved here because I knew I'd be walking in the woods. And every time it rains or snows or after the rain and it's pretty muddy, I stay to the edge of the path. Like both sides of the path have like 4 inches, 5 inches of not muddy, right? And so certain areas you can walk in the regular part of the path, but most of the time I'm on the edge. And so this week I was walking, even in the rain, I had to get out. So I was walking and I noticed I was on the edge and I was like, why don't you walk in the middle? And I was like, no, I'm not going to walk in the middle. It's muddy. And I was like, you have waterproof boots on. Walk in the middle. What the heck? And I was like, I wouldn't do it. The whole way I was walking on the edge, staying on the edge the whole time. And I'm thinking, really, Sonny? You have waterproof hiking boots. It's okay. So the next day I go out and it's still super muddy and I'm like, okay, you're going to walk in the middle of this path. And I was like, no. And I was like, what's the matter? The worst thing that's going to happen is you're going to get muddy. And so I made myself do it. And it was gushy and it was uncomfortable. And then I kind of was like, ooh, this is where the juice is. This is where the gush is. This is where you're supposed to walk. And so I stayed in the middle of the path. And it was somewhat freeing. And I'm going to tell you something. When I got to the end of the woods, there were these giant puddles in the road. And I literally walked through the puddles. And all the mud came off. By the time I got home, my shoes were like brand new. So, I share with you, pay attention to where you're walking. You don't have to walk in the same place all the time. You don't have to avoid the middle. In fact, the middle's where it's at. Do both and see how it feels. Enjoy the sunshine today. Namaste. Morning. Day 8 of Turtle Lane Tidbits. Sonny Mazer here in the greenhouse. Can't believe it's day 8. Wow. It feels so regular now too. I'm going to share with you this great exercise. I'm sure many of you have heard of this already. I, of course, poo-pooed it for literally years. Originally, I heard it from Louise Hay, where you stand in front of the mirror as close as you can, and you say, I love you, Sonny. Now, of course, you say, I love you with your name. I recently took this unbelievable 6-week course with Desiree Mangendog and Emily Rose called Heart and Money. And it was to unblock any abundance issues that you're holding on to. And I think it was week 4. It was in class. It was a live class. It was Zoom because it was with 20 women all over actually. And Desiree said, we're going to take a moment and I'm going to give you a little experience to do. And we're going to pause and you're all going to go to the mirror. So I'm thinking, oh, I hope it's not that I love you thing. So she says, it's this part of coming into your own. Self-love is the base of everything. You need to move through this and really anchor it, accept it, live it, be it, believe it. And so she said, we're going to take 4 minutes. I want you all to go to the bathrooms or wherever you are, go to a mirror, stand as close as you can, as close as your eyes can get to your eyes, and say out loud, I love you with your name. So I'm like, I hate this. This is like so stupid. That's my initial thought. And I say I love you all the time, every day, every time I hang up whoever I'm talking to my kids, to friends, to family, rolls off my tongue with great ease. Go to the mirror, turn the lights on, and I'm standing there and I can't say anything. I'm looking at myself in the mirror and my lips are not moving. And I am like, wow. And we have 4 minutes to do this. And I'm standing there and then tears literally start going down my eyes. And I'm like, wow, I did not think, I feel like I love myself, but I couldn't say it. So I'm standing there and then finally I whisper it. And I whisper it 10 times. That was our exercise. We come back to class and she says, okay, who would like to share what that experience was like? Now, with a group of 20 badass women, nobody says anything. And we're quiet. And she's like, okay, I would like 1 brave woman, 2 brave women to speak. And nobody raises their hand. Eventually 2 of us do, and everybody says it was a very hard thing to do. So I am sharing this with you because I'd like you to try it. I do it every day now. It has literally shifted my being. And it's part of my morning ritual. Go to the mirror and I say 10 times as close as I can, I love you, Sonny. And I look myself in the eyes, and as I say it, things change. So I offer this experience to you. Love yourself. This is actually when you love yourself everything else shifts completely. So I love you. Go say I love you. Namaste. Hello, day 9 of Turtle Lane Tidbits. Sonny Mazer in the greenhouse. I am here going to share with you a little bit of wisdom about perfection. And so what I'm going to say is there is no such thing as being perfect. And I am representing that here myself. If I was waiting for the perfect time to debut my Turtle Lane Tidbits, I don't think I'd wait until my hair was 1.25 inches gray. No makeup and doing it off the cuff. If I was waiting for perfection, I'd probably never do this. I think I used to sit in that space of making sure everything is lined up, has to be thought out completely. But I'm going to tell you that perfectionism really stops us from living our life at our best. When we are fully connected to ourselves, that's divine. There's no perfect. I mean, I even think I'm trying to stop saying that's perfect, because it just kind of enforces that there is a perfection and to keep reaching for, or that's the best. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with having high expectations, with having wants and desires, but having room for flexibility within there so it's not so rigid, so that it's not exact, that it needs to be that way in order for us to enjoy, in order for us to partake, in order for us to be. In fact, perfection is kind of like a jail. It keeps us in one place and doesn't allow us to move oftentimes. So pay attention to yourself. Listen to when you say perfect. Listen to when you need perfection from yourself and others, and know that that's a setup. Breathe, pause, check in. There's lots of different ways to do it. You have lots of options, and truthfully, perfection is not a healthy one. So pause, look for alternative routes. I can help you with that if you're looking. I'm sure you have other people you can talk to about this, but there are other options. You have the get out of jail free card. Enjoy the day. Namaste. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Oh, one more thing. Every Tuesday, we do Tuesday night talks. Dareth and I do on Zoom from 7:30 to 8:30. So if you'd like to join that, message me, text me, email me, whatever, and I'll give you the info. Would love to see you there tonight. Namaste. Good morning. Today is day 10 of Turtle Lane Tidbits. Sonny Mazer here in the greenhouse. Running a little behind as I had class this morning at 5:30 in Australia with one of my mentors, friends, and soul sisters. So I am joining you now before my client and then heading into a 2-hour Zoom. So what I wanted to talk to you today about is flow and allowing the flow. So perfect examples this morning, I thought I would do my Turtle Lane Tidbit earlier, but because of dogs and getting everybody ready before my class, wasn't able to do it. Hit a little thorn, I would say, as I was hooked, but then I didn't want to be late because it was my last class. So I was like, go with the flow, son. You got this. You're right where you're supposed to be. So paying attention to flow and your contractions within you versus expansions. When we're in the flow, things just move. They come to us. They happen with ease. There are divine synchronicities that take place. You're driving somewhere. Well, maybe not, this doesn't happen now, but good example. You're driving somewhere, you're running out of time, and you get the parking space right where you need it to be. These are divine synchronicities when we're in flow. We also know what it feels like when we're just banging up against the wall. And sometimes it happens over and over again in the same day, and you just have to take a pause and ask yourself, what am I holding on to? Where am I trying to control things? What am I trying to make happen? When we pay attention to that control part of ourselves, then we can let go. We can let go and flow more. Again, it's with awareness, which I kind of come back to awareness a lot. It's checking in. What's going on? What is this bringing up? What can I let go of to flow with greater ease, to connect and to be and do what I need to do? So checking in with you, going with the flow, cranking the music helps flow, imagining that you're a river and always moving. And yes, things get in the way, but we call them to us so that we can flow, so that they don't stay in our way and continue to have constriction. That is our little Turtle Lane tidbit for the day. Please share if you like it, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a great sunshine-filled day.